Hey everyone, it's Johnny from MCKAY Hockey, back with another video, and this video is going to be my top 40 predictions for free agency. There's actually more than 40 names here, I believe, so in my title I'll put 40 plus, but this is going to be my prediction for a lot of players, and obviously I'm going to be inaccurate for a lot of them, but I'm taking a stab at where I think some of these players could sign. So, of course, if you're new, please subscribe, give this hockey channel a chance. I do content all the time. Please smash the like button and leave your thoughts in the comment section below. I'll be making a part 2 for more depth players if you want that, or if you want me to continue to make more videos on specific players or teams, let me know in the comment section. I won't know unless you comment or suggest content. And if you see a comment that you agree with, drop a like on that comment, drop a like on the video, and let's get right into it. Starting with a lot of the big names, and Hull, Avalanche. I think they got to go all in on Hull. I think it just makes a lot of sense, and they have this kind of window here where McKinnon's on a cheap deal, Landeskog, so they've got time, and Makar, and they've got time to sign a big name. So Hull could be that. Pietrangelo, I'm going Leafs. Here's my thing: the Golden Knights have to do more with their cap situation than the Leafs do. And while I still think Pietrangelo could go back to the Blues, the Leafs have the signing bonus. They have different options in terms of contract to offer to Pietrangelo. He'd be going home. I know people are tired of hearing that conversation, but I just think the other favorite for me would be Vegas, and they have more moves to make than the Leafs to create that space. Krug, Red Wings, I think he could go somewhere else. Florida, maybe back to Boston, but I'm going to go Red Wings as the favorite just in terms of home, and they would be able to give him a big contract. Barry to the Flames. He's been connected to the Canucks. He's been connected to the Ducks. He's been connected to a couple teams, but I think the Flames could be a great fit. I think he would be a great partner with Giordano. Hoffman to the Sabres. I think Blue Jackets are another option there. I think the Islanders, if they were to find cap space, there's a couple other teams like the Avalanche if they miss out on Hall. But I think the Sabres, him playing with either Stahl or Eichel could be really attractive for him. Dadonov to the Devils. I think it makes sense. It's not the most expensive option, and it helps out Hischier and Hughes potentially. And Schultz to the Blues. I think if Pietrangelo leaves, Schultz could be a cheap option, and honestly, a little bit of a similar style. Obviously, nowhere near as good, but I think it could be a good option. Leonard to the Golden Knights. The agreement's been rumored, not official, obviously, but I think he is going to go back to the Golden Knights. Toffoli to the Canucks or Kings. For me, the Devils are maybe an option too, but I think if he doesn't re-sign with the Canucks, he could go back home. Well, not for home for him, but home for his girl. Holtby to the Flames. I think this might be a hot take, but I think Holtby might go there and go out west somewhere, but Holtby and Barry would be two big grabs for the Flames. They are losing a lot of players. They have some more cap space. I think it could happen. Markstrom to the Hawks. I think Markstrom could still go back to, Vancouver, but maybe somewhere else in Canada. Edmonton, there's been some rumors, but I will go Blackhawks. There's just such a fit there that I think it could be a match. And Tanev back to the Canucks. Here's my thing. I don't really see a scenario where Tanev gets a better situation or a better rising situation than the Canucks. Yes, he's been there for so long, but Pittsburgh, maybe with his brother, I could see a situation where he could be a great partner with Chabot, but Ottawa's not close yet. Maybe the Leafs, if they don't sign a guy like Pietrangelo and Tanev doesn't ask for way too much, I could see maybe the fit. All right, some more names here. Vatanen to the Ducks. There's been some rumors. He played on the Ducks already. I think it could be a fit. Soderberg to the Rangers. They need center depth. Soderberg could be a good fit. Brody to the Bruins. I think if Krug leaves, Brody would be the perfect fit for the Bruins to be a partner with either Carlo or McAvoy. Grzelcyk closes out that top 4. Granlund to the Hurricanes. Fellow Finns. Galchenyuk to the Sens. I've said in a different video, gives me Duclair vibes. He could go to Ottawa, get a different opportunity. Holla to the Oilers. I think the versatility to play up the middle or on the wing, it could be very attractive to the Oilers. Shattenkirk to the Golden Knights. If they miss out on Pietrangelo, Shattenkirk, he proved he can still play with the Lightning. He kind of revived his career, so he could fit for the Knights. Soucy to the Kings. Fairly still young. UFA. It's not a common occurrence. I think he could sign with the Kings. They're weak on defense. Ennis to the Blue Jackets. I think it's a fit there. He's proved that he can still be a very good top 9 forward. Nemestikov to the Red Wings. Steve Yzerman had him in Tampa. I think he could be a fit. He would get paid there. Thornton to the Avalanche. Played with Sakic with Team Canada early 2000s. I think he could be a fit, as well as it's one of his better opportunities to win a cup if he leaves San Jose. Maroon to the Blues. I think with his son, I think it was a great story. I think going back to the Blues on, like, not a long-term deal, but on, like, a couple-year term, I think it could make some sense. And Perry to the Flyers, I think the Flyers have missed some of the grit they, like, lost with Simmons and other players. I think Perry could be a fit there on, like, a third-line role. All right, so these are smaller names, and smaller font, so I hope you can see, but I'll obviously list it off. Gustafsson to the Flames. I think he might re-sign there. It could make sense. Brassard to the Coyotes, a cheaper option, and he would fit a role in the top 9. Dillon to the Capitals. I think they need to restructure or fix that defense. Kovalchuk back to the Canadiens. He could go elsewhere, but I think he loved it in Montreal. Hamonic to the Jets and DeMello to the Jets. I think both those guys would be a great fit. DeMello going back to Winnipeg. And, I mean, well, he was just there to re-sign. And then Hamonic staying out west. Gudas to the Leafs brings some grit. I mean, it's not my favorite pick for Toronto, but there's been some rumors around it. He would bring that physical nature, make teams more scared, I guess, against the Leafs. And actually, if you scroll down, I have Simmons going to the Leafs. So Simmons, Gudas, that would be 2 fits in terms of being scared to play against. Grice to the Flyers, I talked about it. Be kind of that mentor, that experienced guy behind Hart. I think that worked with Elliott. If he does move on, we'll see. Levo to the Sens, it gives him an opportunity. I like it. Sheary to the Panthers. I think they obviously need forwards. They have a lot of holes. He would definitely fit. Koivu to the Canucks. It brings some experience, and I think maybe a third-line role, a third-line centerman. Braun to the Blues, another option if Pietrangelo leaves, but a cheaper option too. So I do believe one of Schultz or Braun could sign with the Blues if Pietrangelo leaves. Spezza back to the Leafs. I think 1 more year and he'll retire. So this is like potentially his last chance, or maybe 2 more years. But I think he'll go 1 more year at least. Grant to the Canadiens. I think he'd be a really good fit, especially if they're looking to fill the third line. Grant can play up the middle and on the wing. Fast to the Sharks, middle 6 guy. We saw what he can do with the Rangers. I think a very good 2-way forward and a cheaper option for the Sharks. Craig Smith and Bobby Ryan, 2 guys that, you know what, if they can't afford a Mike Hoffman, Bobby Ryan and Craig Smith would probably fill out that third line well with Pajot. So I like that. And Pajot won't have to play with, well, Stonehands, Komarov, and then whoever else they put on the wing. It was sometimes Brassard, which worked okay, but I think those are 2 better fits. So, but yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you're new. Let me know what your thoughts are on my picks. I just wanted to go through it and give you my kind of thoughts on where I think players could go. I can make a depth video where other players could go and just continue to make other videos on potential moves teams can make, future lineups, prospects, and early standing predictions, potentially right after free agency, just to kind of give you a vibe of what I think based on the signings and trades and what happens at the draft. So thank you so much. Subscribe, like, and comment. This was John from MCKAY. Have a good one. Peace out.